like over stupid shit.
I'm not. I wish I could say that I had, but I haven't. Because
That's fun.
yeah, no, you have one.
Next time we're together, we have to do a podcast so I can use the microphone.
Yeah, well, we're live right now on YouTube, so.
Cool. I wonder if like anybody else feels the
So
same.
you go on YouTube and see me. We're live.
Do that.
Oh, I'm not telling you the channel. It's a secret.
Oh, that's a secret channel. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, tell me.
I'm not.
You're like, I'm too vulnerable on that channel. I don't know if it's vulnerable with you, not this vulnerable. No.
I just don't. Well, because I know what I'll do. I'll get some like criticism from somebody like that I know personally that I love,
Right.
and then I'll just stop it. And then when I stop it, I'm only doing it to try to like help other people and hopefully. Well, I don't want to make money too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like.
Oh yeah, that too. I don't understand how all that.
I mean, why can't I profit off of my misery? Like, I don't. Like, what the fuck?
Right? And you get spent and just say whatever the fuck you want.
Hold on, watch your F words. I don't want to get. Hold on, I'm trying to be monetized. You need to what?
Oh, sorry. Oh, I forgot. So you don't want to get, judged by peers that you know. I totally understand that. Like, because you can be open and raw and honest with people you don't know, no matter what they say. It doesn't affect you like people that you know. They're supposed to be your friends or whatever.
That's true and not true and true and not true. I just tend to not. I just don't watch the videos and I don't read the comments until there's until like I've got like 1 billion subscribers or like one of my channels has one of my videos has crossed 1 million views. Then that's when. Wait, I have several that have got several million views.
That's awesome, dude. 100%.
But I did that 10 years ago. But I didn't. But it wasn't until they hit the millions that I started reading the comments.
Yeah, out of 1 million, a lot of them were freaking awesome comments.
Yeah, a lot of them were, but a lot of them were horribly mean comments of people who all of a sudden because they watch a YouTube video, they become a doctor all of a sudden. Okay, so you can learn how to do absolutely anything on YouTube, but no. Most correctly.
Right? Cereal was handed out like candy. Like,
right.
Oh, I think you have bipolar. You're like, really? I think I'm just emotional today.
I'm not bipolar. I'm not. I do believe I have DID. I do believe I'm borderline. I do believe.
Because my dad,
I know I have.
They immediately try to attach it to me, just from DNA.
How does he know? They didn't know he was definitely bipolar. That's crazy.
My dad was bad shit, but yeah, I think he actually.
Probably no, Teddy. Probably he grew up with some childhood traumatic experience because, like, okay, but fuck bipolar. I think all of this is
overused, overdone.
Fucking yes, and it's. Oh my god! Like
it is. They throw it out like it's just like you got a cold. Like seriously, it's like yeah. And my dad, the reason why I thought he was is because number one, you never knew what you were gonna get when you got home. He would sleep for like 2 weeks straight and then be up.
Okay,
like 2 weeks straight. And he blew $60,000 in guns and ammunition in a 3-day period. And
how much overall money did you have? If you still had 20,000 left, then that's fine.
Not with my mama. She's like, we gotta pay the fucking bills, bitch. Like, what? Like,
watch your mouth, Mormon chick.
He was very, very impulsive. Put it that way. Over weird stuff. And major.
Probably because he had borderline personality disorder. Probably because he was abused as a child. He was probably very much fucking.
He was neglected for sure.
He was other things for sure too, Teddy.
Yeah, like basically his mom
So like, were my dad and all three, all the whole
He would
family.
wear his shoes till his toes burst out the front, and then get bigger shoes. She'd buy them like 4 sizes too big, and he'd have to shove paper in there so that he could actually have a shoe that like remotely fit.
When my grandma got in trouble as a 10-year-old, her stepmother, because her mother died from having an abortion, her stepmother would make her go sew a dress, and then she would have to wear that dress that she sewed to school every day.
Yeah.
While Marilis, her sister, just
Her
got
biological child.
yeah, the biological child got any and everything she wanted. Like my sister got the like I did. My parents did rustlers to me one year while Katie was getting a credit card and sent to the mall. I wasn't allowed to cross the street, but Katie's.
Katie is your mom's birth child.
Yeah, stepmom, mom, stepmom. Yeah, it's such a confusing story. Yes.
Yeah. So basically, her bio child, and you were married in.
Yeah, but the thing when she married in, she like if I heard her tell me the story. Now, Sarah, I told your father when I said I'd marry him. I said, look, if I marry you, I'm gonna be Sarah's mom.
No.
This is like this big story they contrived and they fed to me repetitively throughout my life. And they fed it and they fed it and they fed it. But what happened was they didn't, I guess they were counting on me being stupid or something. I don't know. But their actions weren't matching up with what they were saying.
Right.
Especially when Penny and Katie would lock themselves in the bathroom every night.
They stole your childhood from your mom. Period. That's wrong.
Huh?
They stole your childhood from your mom. All those years you didn't get to really see her.
Oh, they killed mom. They killed her. Why do you think she drank herself to death?
Right? I would be the same way, not being able to see my child. In fact, my friends.
And then when you do see your child, you know your child. You feel like your child doesn't love you because your child is a zombie, basically, who doesn't know how to love, and you don't understand. Because I didn't know. I don't know whether she had a clue. I don't.
Understood what you were going through at home. Yeah.
Because I didn't tell on my dad.
Yep. You were loyal to a fault like that. Yep. 100%. And she probably was like internalizing it anyway.
Yeah, she had to have been internalizing it. Like what? Because like one of the first things she ever said to me when we met when I was 6 was she went to hug me and she said, "Sarah, you don't know how to hug." And I don't, because my arms were limp while she was hugging me.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to say to that.
That's
so I didn't say anything at all. I didn't say anything. What do you say to that? I'm 6.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know what's going on.
I didn't even say that. I didn't know what to call her. Because nobody had ever called her my mom. Nobody had ever called her my mom.
You weren't even raised to think that you had someone else.
They told me, they called her Sue, and they said, Sue said, go upstairs and you get Sarah and you two get the hell out of here. That's what I was told.
Yeah, that's so unhealthy. Like, that's one good thing about our generation. Like, we're way more into mental health and how you parent your children and make sure they're not as jacked up as possible.
They're still coming out jacked up, though.
I know, but I think you and I both as mothers, because we went through really messed up childhoods, that we tried to teach them, to express themselves, to feel positive about sex and different things like that, where our parents taught us completely different.
Oh my God. Like I don't recall me ever saying the word sex in the same room with my dad.
Yeah, it was like a bad word. It's totally associated with negativity. So when you get married, you're like...
Or shame. Shame.
Yeah,
shame.
Totally. And this piece of paper from getting married makes it okay now? And I'm supposed to get everything straight.
Right.
That doesn't make sense. And I struggled with that when I first got married because I repented from having sex with Shannon, and it was like, okay, so now it's okay because I signed on the dotted line and went through some sort of ritual. No, it messed me up, dude. It really messed me up to where I was like, I don't know if I want to have sex with you. I feel weird about it. I feel weird having sex with you. I'm doing something wrong.
I didn't feel like that. I just didn't have any feelings about it at all.
Really?
Were you raised as super like religious as I was? Or
No.
Oh yeah, you said no religion at all. Yeah, that's right.
No.
Yeah. And maybe that's why, because mine was like.
I don't remember like enjoying. I don't know what my thoughts about sex were. I think I just used sex to get to try to make a boy like me.
Yeah, as a tool. Yep.
It wasn't because I derived any sort of like sexual
Love
pleasure out of it.
Yeah, or yeah. When did that start though? Have you ever felt like, okay, yeah, I'm doing this for pleasure?
2 years ago.
Yeah, that sucks, Sarah. Bad. Your whole lifetime, you weren't even like associating the right feelings with an intimate relationship.
I've never had an intimate relationship till Eddie, so yeah.
Right? You really haven't. I mean, because
Ryan. Well, he was my only one. No, Ryan wasn't. I wasn't intimate with Ryan. That is the hardest word for me to say. I just said it, and I feel like, ugh. I feel like I just got out of like a really gross bath. That was not a good bath. Every time I say that I word. Ugh.
Do you think it's because of the defense mechanism, or
I don't know what it is. I have no idea.
Because
that phrase ML 19 blah, blah, like that makes me want to crawl out of my skin.
See, and now that's the only way Jess would refer it to. He'd only refer it to as that. So now, with Scott, he uses the F word. I'm like, this is more my speed. I like this better. Like, he sometimes says that, but not like every time. I
didn't watch porn. I mean, except for when I was like 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 at, summertime because there was only boys in the neighborhood by my mom's house. But I didn't.
I watched my dad's porn when I was little.
Yeah, when I was little, I didn't mind it. But once I got older, I never watched porn up until like a few years ago.
Yeah, like when I was young, I did because I was curious, and then like I didn't from like junior high up until like maybe a couple of years ago.
Right. So like when this channel like blows up and like I have like 1 billion subscribers and stuff, and then the mean people come and they're gonna look at this video, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna dissect my room.
Screw them.
Well, no.
And I didn't use the.
I don't want to screw any of them. But I just want to say, well, this is my room is always a manifestation of my mind, and it's actually kind of clean right now, because I haven't really been in the woods like talking about.
And you showed me the floor, and I thought I was looking at a doggo. I didn't even notice. Like, come on. I'm sorry. If they're going to critique you about your room, they can go to H-Double Hockey.
Yeah, they did on Clapper. Like, that's all they, like, call me, yeah.
That's what they focus on. Not
the we're not going to focus on how the people that y'all are voting into office eat babies. They kill and eat babies and then ship them to McDonald's to put in their meat. We're not going to focus. We're not going to, like, or that vaccines may be why all of your kids have autoimmune disease. We're not going to focus.
Totally, or autism, or
yeah, like we're not going to that's not the takeaway. The takeaway is this room of yours and that stain, that ketchup, and that ketchup stain on your shirt. You're obviously a crackhead. You're a crackhead.
You're like, dude, if I want to be a hoarder or whatever, like, I'm not a hoarder. Shit, I can go there. I just stick my eyelashes to the wall? Come on.
Oh God. Oh my God. All the comments about the eyelashes on the wall. Like, where else am I supposed to put them? Like, eyelashes. I don't have an eyelash tree in the backyard.
Every single girl has those weird things about their beauty stuff. Period.
I stick them to the freaking wall. And guess what? The method works. When I need eyelashes, I have a whole wall full of them.
Right, and you literally do it to preserve the lash so you can reuse them. And who keeps their container?
Who comes in my room is the best question.
Right. Yeah.
Like, nobody comes in here.
I 100% agree. Like, there's women that have weird, like, fetishes, like beauty things that they do to preserve their stuff.
It's not a weird fetish thing. It's just I'm poor. And I'm lazy. I'm poor and I'm lazy. So I'm lazy. I haven't even washed my face. And I know I'm sitting there laying there going, I need to wash my face. But I'm like, I'm just going to pull off these eyelashes and stick them to the wall.
You know what I told you about washing your face, right?
Yeah, I don't want, you need to stop with your negative. I know, because everything that you tell me, stop. I'm blocking you. You're like the plasma center trying to tell me I can't give you more blood. Like you have Hep C, and I'm like, I'm blocking you. I don't have Hep C, and I don't.
You don't.
I don't.
I am totally the worst case scenario person. 100% to own that.
I am too, but I am too. Except when it comes to health shit. When it's with anything having to do with health, I will deny it, and I won't
don't put it out there. And like that positive thinking stuff is real. I totally agree with that.
I had a fight with that because I did that positive. I've been, but you know what I found? What I'm finding. This is the conclusion that I've come to, and I'm pretty sure it's true. It takes years and years and years, because when Jesus said, "You mountain, you throw yourself into the sea, and it'll be done." Okay, you have to literally believe it, like you believe water is wet. Do you believe water is wet? Okay. Do you believe the sky is blue? You have to believe it in the exact same type of way.
Yeah.
And once you do, it will. The mountain will jump into the sea. I have zero doubt. But how hard would it be for you to believe that you can make a mountain jump into a sea like you believe water is wet?
To undo all of the negative ways we brought up. Yeah, totally. It's
like how hard would that be to fundamentally believe?
Oh, so hard. And I have a butterfly inside my house and a wasp. Awesome.
Well, that's obviously like a sign of something.
No, that's weird. That's really weird.
Oh, I wanted to do your reading.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need you to think. Look, I need you to think of a question.
Oh gosh.
A question.
My brain immediately went to my relationship.
Wait, you can't tell me the question, really?
I'm sorry, never mind.
Well, I mean,
do butterflies even come out at night? That's really strange.
Do what?
I've never seen a butterfly at night. I don't think they come out at night.
No, they don't come out at night. Moths come out at night, but only near light.
Like orange moth, if it's a moth.
And but yeah, no, not butterflies.
I didn't think so. That's really strange.
Well, it's probably lost and scared.
Is that mammal visiting me?
It probably is. In fact, hold on. I have a spirit animal. Well, doggone it.
What is your spirit animal? I had mine actually read for me.
When
I was in treatment one time. What would you guess I am, honestly? I won't be offended if you say freaking.
No, what are those little cute little an otter?
Oh, yeah. No, it's a wolf.
What?
Because they're family oriented.
That's what I feel mine is.
Yeah, they're family oriented. They run in a pack for loyalty. They're super loyal. But the main thing is they're family oriented.
And they're good moms.
Yeah. And they protect their young, and they all run.
And they'll rip your fucking throat out.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And they're loyal, and they'll freaking go die for you.
They'll take your throat out and go home and feed their hungry babies with it.
Right?
Yeah.
Totally. I was shocked. I was like, me, a wolf? Really? I was like, it makes sense when you explain what wolves mean. They're what they're.
Did you know I'm about to get a wolf? It's almost 100% wolf.
Dude, how is that gonna work? You gotta move.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work well because he's also not all the way. He's still part feral.
And if you're going to try to breed him and not fix him, he's gonna pee all over your house.
No, he's not. He's not. They're not cats, Teddy.
You need to make sure you have.
They're not cats.
Why don't you try to find a piece of property with the trailer on it out?
Why don't I? Okay, as soon as I find the piece of money. Which
You know what I
look,
mean?
I've done so many readings, and all of my readings that I've been getting are saying it's about to happen for me.
Yeah.
In July-ish, August-ish, September-ish, and then as usual, December comes, and it's gonna be the crap hits the fan. But I'm thinking that's not because of anything else other than Christmas. I hate Christmas.
I know. I hate Christmas. I hate it.
I hate Christmas.
Hate it.
I hate
And
it.
I thought
You don't hate it as much as I hate it. I hate it.
Well, I'm not sure, but that's because when I gave Josh up, that was around the same time that I was going into labor and having him. And like January 1st, he was born, so I don't know if I attached negativity around that time.
I'm sure you did. My grandmother's birthday, the one who raised me, her birthday was on the December 23rd. She died on the 22nd. My mom died on November 2nd. So and this happened all in 2004. My mom died November 2nd, and then my grandma went and died December 22nd of the next month. Both of them out the blue, like
unexpectedly. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
oh, not like they were going downhill before.
No. Well, my mom had been going downhill my whole life. I've been giving her 6 months to live my whole life.
That's me with my dad. Literally. He would be like, I'm not going to live to see your 5th grade year. I'm not going to live to see like junior high. I'm not going to live to see you graduate. I'm not going to live to see you get married.
That's what I tell my kids.
Freaking die already. And he lived to be like freaking 80 something. I'm like,
oh God, like you're scaring me, bro.
I'm like, I literally have been like expecting you to die every day of my life. Thanks for that.
I know. I can remember being like in junior high talking about my mom's got about 6 months to live.
And you know when you think about that, like it's so messed up that when he actually died, I didn't feel anything. Like, dude, I've been expecting this since I was in 5th grade. Like, it's been a long time coming, pal. Like,
well,
you know,
we have opposite situations because, like, if my dad's gonna die, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. I feel like I'm gonna feel some type of way.
I thought I was gonna feel guilt for.
You're making me feel excited about this, like, because I'm gonna be. I already know I'm gonna be angry at myself if I'm all butthurt about him dying.
See, I thought that. Oh yeah, that totally.
Wait, what?
That I agree with. Like, in the sense that you would get upset. Like, totally. I thought I was gonna feel guilt because he always made me feel guilty for being like not a good daughter.
Right.
Not doing my part.
Yep.
Even though
I've done nothing but ruin his life. You ruined his life.
Yes, all that, and so not making amends with him before he died. I thought I was gonna be so upset. I've never shed a tear. I don't feel anything. I was just.
You really, honestly didn't.
No, honestly, did not. I still haven't to this day. It's been years. And I literally am just like.
Well, okay, I didn't shed for my mom. After my mom died, I didn't shed for 7 years. It took 7 years before all of a sudden.
I tried to look at it and deal with it and like.
I wouldn't. I didn't have any choice. Finally.
I could not squeeze a tear out of myself. I still haven't. I don't know why. Like I literally I talk about his good things that he did. Like he, you know.
But yeah, but I don't think that I don't really think that they can outweigh the bad things he did. So
right? I choose to not look at the bad part, but like, okay.
Hey, I'm doing a live right now.
Almost like his
I
accomplishments. I honor.
love you.
And his service to the country and all the hard things he did in the military and things like that. It always making me feel safe as protected from other people.
Really? Wait, what? Making you feel safe? Okay.
Well, because my dad would have killed somebody if they messed with me. He would have easily chopped them up into a million pieces.
You say that like you're just God. We're some messed up kids.
Yeah, totally. Yep, 100%. And how we raise pretty good ones, we're doing.
I mean,
awesome.
like that's how when Katie would be like, Dad, I did I think she called him by his first name or something. I don't know.
Her own dad.
But she'd be like, I hate him. And I'm like, stop it! Don't you say those things about Daddy. That's how Daddy shows us he loves us.
Oh wow. Yep, I was totally twisted like that. Mm-hmm. Yep. Lizzie had made
I had no idea. Like I was just so oblivious. Like
I never trusted my dad, and I didn't know why. because I hadn't been told about the molestation, but I never trusted him. Like felt safe with him if we were by ourselves or things like that.
Well,
but I knew
But
that if anybody ever tried to hurt me, he would come for them in a way like he like really wanted to kill Shannon, like for real. Like
my dad never gave me those feelings. My dad had a thing for knives. He loved to collect buck knives.
so my dad was guns, your dad was knives.
Well, and he'd get a new one, he'd be like, "Come here, son. Come here, son."
Oh yeah. I can't
And
make
he would open it and like he would be like, "Look how sharp it is, son." And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, Dad," because I'm like 7. "Oh yeah, Dad." And every time I would like slice my finger open and just be bleeding everywhere. One time he was supposedly teaching me how to shoot a shotgun, and it was like
Oh, that would blow your shoulder out as a kid.
well, no, it was not loaded, but what he let me do, and he had to have seen this happen. He had to have watched this happen or he did it. Because my mom, I found a picture that my mom took of me. I had 2 black eyes because when I was doing the sight, when the hammer came down, it came down right there.
Oh, he did it again to you when you were older?
No, it just happened the one time. But if you're sitting there watching me, teaching me, you should know you should know that that's
face right up on it.
Huh?
Like you look at it and you pick your point and then you pull your face back. He would know that.
He had to have been watching me though, right? Like, okay, number one, when my face shouldn't have been that far. My face shouldn't have been that far into the gun to begin with.
Yeah, you look initially and then you pull back.
He wanted that, and I never thought about this until I got my late 30s. I'm like, he must have did that. He did it on purpose.
100%. As a man, as someone who shot a gun before, 100% knows that. 100%.
And he used to always want to burn me with lighters, and he did that to Mia too.
That is
not keep the flame on me, but scare me like he was burning me, like flick it, like that was scary to me.
I'm gonna take a knife out to cut off your thumb or something.
Or this tickling. Okay, tickling to me is I hate it. I've never tickled my kids. I will never tickle any of my kids. Tickling is torture. It's mean, sadistic, horrible torture. Just because I'm laughing does not mean
it's fun.
No. This is actually really, really miserable. And please stop.
Yep. Like I would go like this, just like at first, just go like this on my kid's stomach, but not like anything.
I don't think I've ever. I don't. Yeah, I just.
Second.
It's.
Or give them a Zerbert on their belly. That was like 1 second.
It's.
And I wouldn't keep on.
It's so repulsive to me. Like
if I saw somebody else's kid being tickled like that, I would make me super uncomfortable.
I would stop. I would say I couldn't be in the room. I would stop the parent because it's torture. It's torture. It's torture.
Especially as they get older, because you can tell like kids like by the age of like 2 or 3, they stop not even wanting to partake. They don't like it.
Something else he would do. He would headbutt me.
Your dad was worse than mine as far as physical shit.
Okay, so whoever does the headbutt and their head doesn't hurt. Mia taught me this. I didn't know this, but my dad would always, he'd sit me on his lap and he'd headbutt. Yes, it hurt.
Did you ever say, Dad? Did you ever cry or say, Dad, that hurt or anything? You just took it. That's messed up. Your dad was really weird in physical stuff. Really weird. My dad was like the sadist and sexual stuff, but that's really strange to me. Like, that's definitely not a way to parent. 100%.
Third grade, he says, "Son, come out here. Come out here." He used to grow. He grew peppers. He never called me by my name ever. Not even the whole time we knew each other. He never called me by my name. He had called me son or boy. He said, "Boy."
You realize how messed up that is because you're not even masculine at all. Like you wouldn't think that you were a tomboy, like really badly. You think you were feminine.
Well, he would tell me that he wanted a boy and he couldn't get one. So.
Oh, so make you shame you for existing in your body. That totally is okay.
So he's like, "Boy, come out here, boy. Taste this. It's a bell pepper." And so I trusted him. I bit into it. It was a habanero.
Yeah, your dad's messed up.
That one made my stepmom mad at him. She was pissed because like this is a habanero. The Scoville units. Yes, I mean like
burn your skin.
yes, and like my mouth burned and burned. I mean I was 8. My mouth burned and burned and like burned and burned.
No way.
It was bad.
Oh. Dude, if anybody did that kind of crap to my kids, I would come unglued.
My dad would come over to the house after Lucy was born. Like Lucy was 2, and he would tell Lucy she was fat.
Oh, I would literally lose my shit.
It took me like a month. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a month to gather the courage. Yeah, and then finally I said, look, you're not gonna do this anymore. You're not.
Yeah, it would take it a lot for me too, 100%. With my dad, yeah. But I would be like so upset about it, like.
Oh my god, it tore me to pieces, like. Yep. And he would also tell me stuff like how ugly she was. It's just her eyes are big. She's got big ass eyes. And yeah, one of them went cockeyed when she was born. Like if you're a baby with these beautiful ass huge eyes, they're gonna be heavy.
Okay, I'm telling you right now, but if it's your blood grandchild, like you shouldn't even be thinking those thoughts. Like a mother thinks her kid is absolutely stunning whenever they look like an alien when they've come out of her.
Right. No, mine were stunning. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yes, totally. Like that's the same way he should have felt about his blood grandchildren.
And he never did. Like he acknowledges my oldest son's existence because my oldest son's, guess what? His name is the same last name as mine.
Oh, so his name carried on.
Yeah.
My dad was big about that. Like with Josh Sport, he's like, no, we're keeping this baby and he's going to be an icon. All about carrying his name.
Well.
All about it. Because his other boys took their stepdad side because he gave up custody. So yeah, he's all about that crap. That doesn't shock me at all.
That's so cool how your grandfather invented the Tommy gun.
You mean the freaking chat?
Look, there's somebody. I think we have a viewer. Her grandfather invented the Tommy gun.
Weapon. Not just the Tommy gun. Basically, all the engineering behind the automatic weapon.
You can look it up. It's Googleable.
It's under Mike's Machines, I think.
Anyway, Eickhoff. Eickoff. Eickhoff. She's a straight up German of the Nazi variety.
Guy. Whoever Thompson, the Thompson guns, he's under Thompson. He created the engineering for Thompson.
And then he felt real bad about it. Once all the mean American gangsters started shooting everybody up over prohibition, even though I just came from Nazi Germany, I'm going to feel real bad.
He was sad that it got used for that, not just killing Nazis.
No, not just killing Jews.
No, he was on the good side. He created for the Americans.
We didn't think he was on the good side. If he was a German.
He was a German by blood, but he wasn't like he didn't come from
whatever. He wasn't holding any protests against Auschwitz.
Dude, from what I understand, he did it for World War II for the Americans to defeat the Germans or the Nazis. And his the first people that came over were either his parents or the parents before that. But yeah, he was like a couple generations down or one generation down. So I'm sure he was probably torn, but he's like thinking, this is wrong, man. They're trying to alienate a whole race. That's completely ludicrous.
No, I don't. You really think those were his thoughts? Because I think his thoughts were more like. I'm trying to do a dumb German.
No, he was American, so he created it for World War II to defeat Hitler.
Maybe after Einstein came out with relativity, he felt really bad because relativity is what led to the atom bomb. So
he probably.
Einstein felt a large amount of guilt for having given the world the diagram to destroy the world.
I absolutely feel major guilt, even to this day, for being German.
Okay, well, you need to stop that shit. You need to stop that. Stop that.
I'm sure when he created that, he felt major guilt. For
Okay, well, you know what? Again, okay, like that happened. Like nobody, there's like, if there's anybody left alive through that, it's literally under 50, and none of us knew him, and we didn't have nothing to do with that.
Ancestors. I know I had Nazi, 100%. I would like. I mean, at least I think. I don't know that for sure. Because a lot of Germans were, they fled, but they didn't help anybody either. Like they were like, I don't believe in this. I'm out.
Well, they would get they were getting in trouble for fleeing, right?
Yeah, but my ancestors, or at least that generation, already came over before World War II, so they were free to leave at that point.
Not to change up subjects real fast, but I've been watching about Kim K and Kanye's divorce. If they're actually doing it, and what I just read or heard or whatever, I don't keep up with the Kardashians,
right?
But
nice pun.
But Kanye, I think when the video I watched was saying that wasn't Kim, that it was Kanye who like wanted the divorce for like a year, which I don't even believe that.
Well, he's kind of
okay. Don't you become a doctor? Don't do it. Don't do it. Hold up. You do know that I love Kanye. I love Kanye.
Okay, then you have to know he's been unpredictable in the past.
Kanye and I are twin flame souls. Like the things that come out of his mouth, I completely can understand everything he's saying. I understand where he's coming from, and it's not a place of bipolar. It's a place of, oh my God, I know what's up. Like, and I'm trying to warn people. I'm trying to warn people, and nobody's listening to me. They're just calling me.
What about Kim, though? Do you think he
Kim?
felt like that with her?
I think Kim. I think
she was impulsive.
I think they're dark magic witches. What?
Oh, the Kardashians? I have no idea. I know they're not normal.
Well, I mean, just look at they've got a trail of bodies as long as the Clinton trail of bodies.
For them to look so youthful, and I know all their stuff online is like Photoshop, but like, yeah, if they're really like.
No, I'm sorry. Chris is 70. Is like almost 70 now. Dude, and she looks like she's a high 45, man.
She looks phenomenal for her age, that's for sure. 100%.
Yeah, she totally does. Kim is absolutely gorgeous. I think she fixed her horrible ass problem, because like she is perfect. Like she's like, I don't know how they did this, man. Like they got her waist like perfect.
For Kim or her mom?
I'm talking about Kim, man. Because like I was like those pictures of her at Mexico. Oh my God. Oh.
I did not realize that their butts were fake. I thought they were.
Wait,
real.
What? How did you? What?
I didn't realize their butts were fake for the longest time.
You can't have bird legs and an ass that big.
I know, right? I live that life. Like it sucks.
Well, when you have a big ass, you're gonna have big thighs. You're just gonna. It's gonna happen.
Yep.
And so.
I mean, maybe when I was in high school they were skinny, but like you compared to my butt, but not anymore.
She just was like the innovator of the butt injections or whatever, and she just went overboard. Like girls used to go overboard with getting their tits done.
And then everybody latched on to, we wanted even bigger like Kim's.
And then everybody went to, I want a C. I want a mid C. You like, because when that's what you asked for, isn't it? Because that's what I asked for.
I asked for a small D.
You asked for what? A small D?
But I was 98 pounds.
I was 120, and I asked for a C, just a regular C.
He wanted to do
and now they're like double Qs.
Mm-hmm. He wanted to do a C on me, and I was like, "No, dude, I'm paying for a boob job. I want to have that upper pole fullness."
I wish I'd gotten silicone. If I had known, I wish I'd gotten silicone. If I had known how much I would not be touched, I had to too, and I regret that. I wish I'd gotten silicone.
Because
What?
I'm worried about like
My bag. Why I got a bag that's busted? Silicone don't bust.
you have to do an MRI for your mammograms, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to afford them.
You are not supposed to be doing mammograms, Teddy. What, you just want breast cancer? That's
What?
why women have breast cancer, is for mammograms. Women obviously don't have a brain in their head. They don't get it. And when you go and get radiation injected into your titties every year, guess what's going to happen?
I've never really been concerned about X-rays for some reason. I don't know. Maybe
No, I'm talking about the mammography machine. That's doing the same thing except higher doses.
I never really thought about that kind of stuff.
Why?
Never. I don't know. And I'm negative Nelly. You think I'd be latching on that 100% like automatically all my life?
No, you're negative Nelly because I don't like you. It's opposite in this case, dude. The mammograms are causing the breast cancer.
Yes.
I'm gonna agree with the globalists that 7.5 billion. We're unsustainable. We are unsustainable. This is unsustainable. It's not sustainable. I get that. I agree with that. 100%. I agree with that. But
do you do breast exams instead?
no, I'm not. No, I am an aficionado at. I can will away disease. I don't have a disease. I don't have any diseases.
Yeah.
And like it's possible. I have proven that in my own life, but I'm not about to. Like with this, how long has my face been swollen? And I'm not gonna go to the dentist. And when I go, I'm not gonna let them X-ray me again. I've had way too many X-rays on my face this year.
Right. I mean, like I know, like I think I would have, like I know that people are healed by faith, 100%. I believe that 100%.
Not faith, belief. You just gotta believe something.
Belief.
You have to believe it. If you believe in something that is wet, like you believe water is wet, and the sky is blue and the grass is green, it'll be that way.
To heal, then if you have faith that you will heal, you will. Period.
It's not that. I don't think it's even that. Okay, yeah, it's that, but you also have to believe the thing that you're wanting to believe. You have to believe it.
Absolutely. You have to wholeheartedly have complete
Like
faith.
you have to know it. You have to know it.
Yes.
This is a true fact for me. This fact is true for me.
100%. I think I could totally do that with my kids, but I don't like myself enough.
You know what? I wrote affirmations and
good for you,
and
man.
no, I put them on my kids. I call mirrors windows. I don't know why, but I put it on their bathroom window, and which means a mirror.
Right.
And I didn't start doing that till the divorce started.
That's really smart, dude.
In
That's really
2010.
smart.
In fact, one of my hottest ass. Oh my god, this picture's so hot. But I'm sending like my whole. I had the mirror was like 5 feet long and like
Turn your camera a little bit towards me so I can see your face.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Down a little bit. Like no, turn it back to where it was. Turn it back the other direction. Yeah, a little bit more. There we go.
Okay. Oh, I forgot what I was saying.
No, you were talking about how you put affirmations on your kids on the window.
No, I put them on my own bathroom mirror when the divorce started.
Oh,
And the middle finger lights were going on, and I just was
so smart
because they were all calling me like crackhead, and they were calling the same thing like y'all.
That's when I needed it the most. I didn't even think about doing anything like that.
But,
like I did it when I was like a treatment, and I did it for a while after. But like during my divorce, what I needed the most because I was the most broken.
The thing is that even when you think you're not reading them when you're going to the bathroom, once you've seen them enough, you're still reading them, and they're still going in there, and they're still. The problem is that people expect instant everything.
Right. So they're not continuous.
And it doesn't work like that.
Yep. 100%.
I'm finally starting to see like the results of all of this laborious like seeds I've been planting for years and years and years and years.
You're getting the harvest from it now.
Like if I could make up one mathematical equation, I want to be able to know the equation to figure out the lag time for karma. Like, because I get to see karma unfold for basically, not, I don't want to say my enemies, because I don't really think I have any enemies, but people that I know that have hurt me, and they're bitch, you gotta eat your plate. It's time for you to eat your plate, and I get to watch them eat their plate, and every time it happens, I've never been excited about it. In fact, every time I see it happen, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I feel bad. Like, yeah, he's getting what he deserves, but like, I don't like this.
You're over it by the time you get it. Like, if it was instant, it might be.
No, sometimes I see the shit instant.
See, I would feel bad too. Like, I look at Jess and some of his karma, and I'm just like, oh, that makes me sad for you. You know, because I still love him as a person, the father of my children.
Well, yeah.
That I'm like, oh man, like that sucks. Like, I genuinely want his happiness, and so when he's not, or things are going weird,
right? Well, I mean,
come to fruition that it's like, you know, I almost feel like, gosh, did I wish that upon him? Like, did I will that upon him for my negative feelings that I had?
No, you didn't. Hold up, no.
Like, because I was so upset.
No, he's just eating his plate. That's what I call it now. All right, I'm pulling a card for you. What you're like whatever. All right, so I'm pulling out two. All right, I got two. I'm pulling out 2 cards from there. Okay, and then two tarot. All right,
show me the cards when you do it.
All right, so we got reconnect with Mother Earth.
What does that mean? Literally, what it means?
I don't know. I have to find out. It means reconnect with Mother Earth. Oh, it must mean Mother Earth is calling to you. This card is a reminder of how important it is for you to be outside in nature.
Yeah, totally.
You may have drawn this card because you have been too busy to go outdoors. It's time for you. Maybe I pull these cards for me. It's time.
Dude, I know it. I have to get my vitamin D every day.
It's time for you to connect with trees, plants, and the earth. You are encouraged to learn more about gardening or horticulture, planting some herbs.
I was thinking gardening.
Really? Okay, because like I'm trying to figure out if like, because I've been getting like the leading, like this is where I need to go. Divinatory meaning. There's great joy in eating straight from your garden. Wow.
Yes.
Consider growing your herbs, fruit, and vegetables. If you already grow your own plants, this might be a nudge to get out and give them some TLC. Being out in the garden is great for your energy. It is relaxing for you and good for the environment too. And under that, you got 10 of Wands. And so I got to find another phone and look up 10 of Wands. Hey Siri. Oh, here's one.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I just.
Here's one. If you're stuck with 1,000.
Oh, we lost our viewer. Oh, I know, right? All right.
Well, I'm surprised they hung on this long.
I know, right? 10 of Wands. All right, so. Oh, it wants me to connect to the internet. Oh, I know. No, I knew. Oh, I know it.
You got it? You got it.
I might. It's possible.
But you're so dumb, Sarah. Shit. Just kidding.
Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna connect to that. EBRSO detail 3.5. I'm so cute.
I forgot you have real internet. I have to use my hotspot. I'm like, oh, that's how you do real internet. My bad.
All right, so underneath reconnect with Mother Earth, you got the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands is you're taking on an extra burden, a heavier workload, or a greater responsibility, even though it's weighing you down, making things tougher for you. You understand it's only temporary, so you're willing to put in the hard work now to accomplish your goal and reap the rewards later. Yeah. Sometimes the 10 of Wands appears when you unconsciously taking on extra responsibility and finding yourself feeling weighed down, exhausted, and burnout. You may try to do everything at once, even though you know it's adding extra pressure to your daily life. The Ten of Wands asks you to stop and examine your current lifestyle or work, assess which activities or tasks are urgent or important, particularly concerning your broader goals. You may need to use various time management or prioritization methods to determine where best to spend your time and which tasks you can drop. Your goal needs to be higher efficiency while also freeing yourself up and relaxation when you need it. The second one is family connections. And aren't you about to go see your son?
Yes.
Yeah. So that one says is, I don't know what questions you asked, but okay. It's time to reconnect with your family. You don't need to live with or spend a lot of time with them like the Samoans, but perhaps you could call or visit a family member. Your family doesn't have to be biological. They could be your adopted family or friends. Sometimes our biological families are no longer part of our lives, and that's okay. It's important to create your own family in whatever way suits you. You may even view your pets or as your furry children or family. And this card can also be a sign that family members passed away or living are trying to contact you. Hey, Ted. What's up, Ted?
Totally. Oh my gosh.
Wow. This card can appear when unresolved negative feelings are associated with a family member named Ted. It doesn't say with.
But just say it says my name.
This is a prompt that it is now time to heal. Try not to carry on the pain from your past anymore. Do not feel guilty for wanting to move forward in your life. You may need to distance yourself from the energy of a family member, and that's okay. Look after yourself and focus on surrounding yourself with people who love, honor, and treat you with the respect you deserve.
Do you think that means just? It's going immediately where my brain went.
No, I feel like I don't know. I feel like we've been talking about your dad so much that he's all up in the room and shit.
Yeah. I totally don't.
And I feel like, you know, when you're having this being there in the waiting room, the Bardo, whatever it is, the waiting room, you gotta be feeling like an asshole because all it is like you're having to go through your recall all your life and like.
Yeah, and you know everything for what it is. You know what you've done. You know the effect it's had. You know the whole picture.
Right, exactly. And so I'm thinking he's feeling like an asshole.
Probably.
All right, then under that you got justice upside down. Well, in real terminology, it's called reverse. All right, so
what does this pertain to?
Your question, whatever that might be.
Okay.
I'm about to tell you what justice upside down is. I mean, I know it, but I would just, yeah.
I like the detailed parts. Yeah.
All right, so this is major arcana. All right, no. Go back. All right, major arcana, and we got the full emblem, pieces of share lovers, strength, hermit. All right, justice. All right. What? All right, reverse justice. The reverse justice card can suggest that internally you know you've done something that isn't morally right. Others may not see it yet, so you have a choice. You can hide it and hope no one finds out, or you can own up to your mistakes and take focused action to resolve the situation. Now, you know where both of our heads are at right now. And I swear to God, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that I picked these cards in advance, and I did not.
No, I'm not thinking that.
Okay, good.
Then what are you talking about?
All right.
Okay,
Well, then don't worry about it. All right. Similarly, justice reverse suggests that you're not willing to take full accountability for your actions and may try to dodge the bullet and blame others for your mistakes. You are being dishonest with yourself and others, and your unwillingness to look beyond your own fears and ego blinds you to the broader lesson. Assess your situation once more, this time intending to discover where you can accept responsibility. Once you acknowledge where you made a mistake, do whatever you can to make it right again. In doing so, you will free yourself from any guilt or shame and empower yourself to make better decisions. The reverse justice card can indicate your inner critic is in full effect. You may be evaluating your every move and coming down hard on yourself when you misstep. If this resonates, start from a place of forgiveness and self-acceptance. Show yourself a bit of kindness and compassion. Knowing we all make mistakes, Teddy. All of us do. Yep, we sure do. I've made a shit ton of them in my life. I've hurt lots of people who love me and who I loved, and those are always the first ones that I hurt. If you're making an important decision that will impact others, be aware if you're holding on to any prejudice or bias that could sway your decision unfairly. You may need to source more information to make a balanced decision or shine the light on your own personal judgments. If you're engaged in a legal matter, you may fear an unfair outcome or dispute the final judgment, calling into question the legal process. There may be legal complications or something that impedes justice being served.
And this is not my nature, dude. I'd take my shit and I feel horrible. I'll beat myself up. That's the only thing I don't understand, like trying to get out of shit, you know?
Yeah, I don't either. I take my lick.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I don't. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I don't want to take it. I really don't. Many times. Sometimes I don't give a fuck. I'll take it, but
don't you kick your own ass? Like I kick my own ass.
No, what? No, I don't. What do you mean? That's kicking my ass. Is taking my lick, like admitting that I was wrong. You know how hard that is for me.
I will also embellish, like make it worse than it has to be, and just take the full, like as much as I can eat, and plus.
Yeah, I do that too, and I don't like that I do that. That is a very unattractive quality.
It's not good. It's not healthy, and I do it all the time.
I do too.
I'll almost be like make up shit just so I can like make sure I'm covered.
Right. Yeah. No. But you know what? With the reverse racism that I've been experiencing, it's cut that shit off. I don't really do that shit too much anymore.
Gosh, that's nice. I struggle with that big time. Big time.
I don't know. Reverse racism has done a wham bam thank you ma'am on me.
Like I don't know if I got it from my growing up because my dad would literally like.
I didn't get it from my growing up. I got it. My dad was more racist than your Nazi dad. My dad was racist. I know, and I didn't get it from him. Nope, sure didn't. I didn't get it by from being raped by the first, being raped by the first time I was with a person of color. Is that how you're supposed to say it? They were right, like it was rape, and. Yep.
Regardless.
Okay, that did not make me racist. You know what made me You know what made that shit come out is them being racist to me.
Yeah.
Like, man, look.
As an individual person.
Like, I don't got nothing. I didn't.
As a whole.
Huh? No, I'm talking about just me being white, a white female trying to buy a pack of cigarettes at the Circle K, and you take care. You check me out every day. You've looked at my license 10,000 times. Oh, but since there's another person of color in the line with me, you gonna ask me for my ID and I don't have it, and then you gotta act like an asshole. Man, look.
Right. Yep. Almost to make a mark.
I mean, that's just a little teeny itty bitty one. I mean, like I've been like this racism crap has really just.
Do you think it's because you were around people of color that they like?
I'm not around anybody. No, it's not that. I'm not around anybody. It's when I go into these places, or like last night at the Raising Cane's, or I can feel. I guess I feel shit more. I feel stuff.
Yeah.
So they don't even realize that like and it usually it's more of like the our parents' age, like black women, and like
the older
the like 30s and 40s and up, that age black women that are the ones that do. It's not black men, it's black women.
Yeah, I mean, just for them liking white women, we get a lot of shit just for them being attracted to us. You know?
That's exactly what it is. And like, okay,
Yep.
so like whenever I see like a white dude with a black chick, I'll get excited because I'm like,
Right.
please
I love
keep
that.
this up, because I am tired of having to produce my almost 50-year-old ass having to produce a license every time I'm trying to buy a pack of cigarettes just because of racism.
You're like, I know there's no way I'll look 18, pal. Like, I've been doing this for years. There's no freaking way. And you're like, I know. It's like, it's not flattering. Let me see your ID because I think you're not 21 or 18 or whatever. It's like,
It's more like you must not have experienced this, because it gets to be like, I've been several times this has happened. Like I'll walk in and they'll just get on their phone and just like
I have felt that when I was trying to check out a TJ Maxx in Baton Rouge, and these black women literally were talking to each other while there was a huge line behind me, and I'm standing right in front of them, and they're just ignoring me, like, completely.
Wait, what? What? Huh?
Like, you're talking about like the racism against, like, I don't know if it was white women.
Wait, they were talking about that?
No, they were just talking and ignoring me as a.
Were you there with them?
I was standing there for like 20 minutes waiting for them to come and like check me out when they saw me standing there. And you know me.
Wait, I'm confused. Wait, they were just holding up the line?
Yeah, they didn't give
I would have just walked in front. Okay.
It was all like white women. They were like not even about helping us at all. And I'm like, I'd really like to purchase this. Like,
Oh, wait, it was the workers that were black that were not taking. Oh, see, it's shit like that. Like, I mean, like, I'll tell him I will tell a racist to his face, you're a racist. And what I found is that black women don't like to hear that. They're not used to hearing it. I know that they're not used to hearing it.
Yeah.
But
I was just like, me, I'm trying to be polite.
I'm not at that point. I'm not anymore.
And
that's something I need to probably work on.
And I'm not gonna lie, I waited a lot longer than I would have if they were white.
Wait, what? Oh, wow. Okay, now that was, yeah.
It was a lot longer because they were not white. Because I'm like, I don't want to appear like rude or any type of negativity.
And now when you say something now, it's not just appearing like that, but even with white snowflake kids, you're appearing like a Karen.
Yeah, I want to come off as an asshole. But I would have done it to a white person real quick. I'd have been like, bitch, come on. Like, what's the hold up? Like, I would have went like 10 minutes instead of 20. And I'd have been like, okay, come on, man. What's going on? Somebody died.
I wouldn't have stood there for that crap.
But because they were black, I totally stood there and waited like 10 minutes.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, like
for being white at times.
Okay, there you go. You just said the magic lucky words. I do not like that. I'm not allowed to feel good about my race.
Right.
I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate the fact that
my brain even has to think about it.
Right. Like, like why? And like, we're the short bus planet. Why are we still so consumed with this race shit?
I know.
It's like literally, it's so unintelligent.
And like, I think partly because I was raised by such a racist parent, like I felt more guilt. Like I somehow had to compensate for him being.
I didn't do that. No, I didn't. I knew my dad was well, my dad is a racist. He's a horrible racist.
Yeah,
but I felt, if anything, I felt good about myself because like, not once did that ever, any of it even seep off of him and onto me. Never.
Yeah, like I didn't believe it, like that I was better, because he always told me I was better than because I was Aryan and German and this elitist kind of white part. And I repelled that stuff to the point that I went overboard to feel guilty about it.
That's too much.
You know?
Yeah.
I totally was like, because he would like pound that crap in my head, and I'm like, no, that's not right. That's not right. No. And it went to the other side of the spectrum, which I'm usually black or white, 100%, as far as I think.
You have borderline personality disorder.
Yeah. I'm
like
very
gray. I love gray. Gray is very pretty, but it's a hard color for me to
gray.
see. I see.
I can do gray with my kids, but I cannot.
I can do gray. I can do gray with kids in general. I cannot do gray with, and it was some things kids do that are, but I can do gray with kids, but that's it. That's as far as my gray goes.
I'm very black and white with my thinking of right and wrong and stuff like that.
Me too.
I'm
it's not just what right and wrong is. I'm very black and white. I'm thinking about like literally everything in my life. Like, okay, so like all my cars are either black or white, usually white. My animals are all black or white.
You're like down to your aesthetics.
Yeah, it's weird.
I've noticed I have softened with age and with mistakes. Like if somebody hurts me or whatever, like try to see the bigger picture of what were they going through, what were they thinking, why did they do the way they do, what did I do to like provoke it, like anything like that. Like I've gotten better about that with age and with like doing, just like, and in social work study and different things like that, trauma or the way that people act.
But like early childhood trauma will screw a person up. And that's what
I try to see the whole picture.
People have got to realize that that's what's really going on. Mm-hmm. It's early childhood trauma.
Yep.
That is what's going on right now. Like y'all need to wake up and really
like an undeveloped coping skill.
Or wrongly developed, like coping skills that just are not like cool, right. like just uncool, like drugs. Right. Like drugs are my coping skill.
Yep,
they've always been my go-to coping skill. Also ignoring anything that's happening around me. I'm super good at that.
Totally.
Yeah, I can literally not think about that.
Right. I do the same thing. I will ignore it until it's slapping me in the face, and I have to do it.
And then I will still ignore it.
Mm-hmm. We talked about making doctor's appointments and different things we need to do, like calling Demco, or just little stuff. Just I'm like, no, until my power gets cut off, I'm not even.
I had to go to the bank today because I can't remember my PIN number for my ATM card, right? So I'm like, I have to go to the bank. Anyway, I said the funniest thing when I got back. I was like, talking to Jark, and he's like, well, you did over the drive-through? Wait, he said, why didn't you get your PIN number? I said, because you got to go inside the bank and talk. And I was like, I'm not trying to do that today or any day.
As long as I can.
I'm not gonna do that. If this means I gotta get up every get up and go to the actual bank and go through the drive-thru and ask for a deposit slip, then that's what I'll do. And then I'm gonna Zelle my money.
Totally, dude. Until it's literally is overpowering you, so you can't function. You don't deal with it like me. Totally, 100%. Yep, I'm that girl.
And I still call myself a girl too. Have you ever called yourself a woman? Really talking about?
No,
I haven't either. I'm
not adjusted to being a woman, even though I've had 5 kids and raised them to adulthood almost.
Me too. 5 kids. And I feel uncomfortable calling myself that.
Woman. Yeah. Almost makes me realize I'm freaking grown and an adult.
Okay, now this is the first time I've actually ever thought about this, that I do this or don't do this. What's up with that? This is, I think it has something to do with the same reason why I don't like to say that intimate word and the ML. You can say it.
Intimate and making. Dude, I totally
I'm doing a laugh.
Do you think it's because we're Southern, or do you think it's just because the way we were?
No, I don't think it's a Southern thing, because I don't think say Valerie. Who's your popular people in your class? I don't think she probably calls herself a woman.
don't think I'll be 80 and still call myself a girl.
I know, right? Like,
Yeah.
at least I don't call myself a boy.
And like when people call me ma'am, I'm like almost like
I hate. Okay, now that is
Like,
ego.
ma'am.
Hold up, that's fucking ego. That's ego. Because I can't stand. I will stop them. I will like. Can you reverse that sentence?
I know. Like even like these men that are like 80 call me ma'am, and I'm like,
Oh no, no, no,
that's so
no,
weird.
no. We don't
So
need to do
weird.
that. I tell you when Samuel has his friends, I'm like, and they man me. I'm like, that's very polite of you and all, but we don't need all that.
Nope. I feel the same way when they call me ma'am. I'm like, but I'm not a ma'am, dude. I'm
You
a
can't
girl.
smoke on the
What the hell is
camera.
wrong with you? You can't?
No,
They don't let you smoke cigarettes on this.
no, not cigarettes. No, not anything. You can't. You no. Ultimately, I want to be monetized.
That's crazy.
And believe me, I was in the first round of when YouTube started demonetizing channels.
That's so strange to me.
And I had already, they still owe me $800. I want my $800.
Yeah, like I can't have a glass of wine in front of me either. Like weird. It's strange.
What?
Can you vape? Or no, is vaping not allowed?
It's not, I don't allow vaping because vaping it will collapse your lungs.
No, but I'm sorry, as far as censorship on the app.
Oh yeah, well you got to know out the gates, YouTube's going to try to censor me for whatever the heck they can. They refuse to give me back my password, which I still have like 3,000 subs on my other channel. They refuse to give me my password. I've actually talked to two people live, and they're just like, yeah, no. I'm like, dude, it's me. Like, I don't know, like, cause like you don't ask me any security questions. You don't, the recovery codes, I punch them in, they don't work. Like, and all they want, they want to send a text message to a phone number that I don't own anymore.
Like, let me give you my new info, pal.
Well, there's no secret questions that they ask me. They just want to send the text to the phone number that I don't own anymore. And that's all. That's it. But you know what? I happened to catch a YouTube video the other day about
how to get through
hackers are going to come in. Like, a hacker would probably love to steal my channel because
it's already established.
It's established, and I've got some faithful fans. And so they go through it, but mine would be hard to revamp. Because mine is made up of pedos.
They need your face, man. They need your voice.
Like, no, they change up all the video. They'll steal your channel, and then they take they'll go on Instagram and take like makeup tutorials and put makeup tutorials and shit down, and change the whole name of your channel and everything. Huh?
Not even real content.
Yeah, it's real content, but it's stolen content. It's somebody else's stolen content.
It's not even like personable, like real close.
No, they're just stealing your subs.
Followers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like I don't know even how to even get in touch with my subs to let them know, hey,
here's a new channel.
But you know what? I do have faithful subs that followed me like OF.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's good.
Yeah, and I don't know how they knew I was on there unless they went to my Instagram. They thought, oh, that's how. Okay, yeah.
Or if they really miss
social media is such a slithery, spidery
it is. Social media can be gnarly, dude. Just like the whole internet.
But OF surprised me the other night. I turned it on and I had $100.
Sweet.
I know.
You did not have the day before. That's awesome.
No. Oh, and Microsoft charged me $109 for. I guess I bought like Microsoft Office, which to write one bid for Eddie like 2 months ago. They charged me $104, and I tried to call them. The first time they hung up on me, and the second time I just waited on hold till I hung up. So I sent an email to my bank yesterday morning, and I said, look. They asked me to do a survey about my experience in what is it when you're saying no, this isn't right,
Right.
when I'm doing that. And I
Yeah,
said I
like-
did it because I know that y'all care about me, and I know that y'all will help me. And I'll be damned if this morning I wake up and that Microsoft money wasn't back in my account.
Dude, it's amazing when you do it with like honey instead of vinegar.
I know. My Mimi said that you catch more flies with honey.
Yeah.
I'm live right now. Okay, well, I'm live. Oh, ow.
You're a pretty girl. He's a pretty girl. You're a pretty girl.
I'm live, dude.
I know, but I got 1,700 gems.
Wow, cool.
And I have 3 builders.
Are you spending money on Clash of Clans?
I have 4 builders. Yes, ma'am.
Well, my village is the is gangster.
Mine isn't that good because I just started, but
It will be, but you understand. I dumped about $300 into my Clash of Clans. Yeah,
And it's
but it
rushed.
almost.
It's super rushed.
hey,
Well, it's giving you all your fodder that you have to work with now. Thank you very much, and your 20 million like gold and all that. When I stopped playing it, because it almost ended me and Eddie's relationship.
Good.
Clash of Clans.
Oh gosh, I don't even get into games like that.
Yeah.
at all. Like Scott wants me to be a gamer, and I'm like, no.
I always said that too until modern.
I can't even learn
no,
how to
until I
steer
started
the
playing
game.
Fortnite. Shut my door. Like it.
I literally try to steer the controller, and I'm running into a wall continually. I can't figure out how to. Like, I'm
You get like dizzy and stuff. Are you that? Are you that old?
With Nintendo, I can see myself on the whole body. I need to see my whole body. Whatever games I can see my whole body in, I'm good.
I don't want to see.
Whatever,
I don't want
like,
to.
I-
Wait, your whole real body? Like.
Yeah, like this kind of Super Mario person. Like,
Oh, you talk about looking at it in 2D.
yeah, that's what I want. I don't like.
Yeah,
this
no,
other crap.
you just have to get used to it. It's hard at first. It does.
It's
If you're an old effer like
I
us,
am.
it takes a good like 3 months to.
Oh,
But I was ranked. I was in top 2% globally for Modern Warfare. But I stopped playing when they changed the season this last time because the new season of Modern Warfare sucks.
Scott would fall in love with you. He's like, he loves the game. He's like, I've met so many cool people. Say, just the people you meet are super rad. And I'm like, so that time.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Some of them are. Most of them aren't. Most of them are on there calling 7-year-olds trash and garbage.
He plays with adults that just play with.
No, he doesn't. Hold up. If he's in a game and he's at a party, not a party. If he's just like okay, if you're just got your mic on and like just say you're just
not knowing what age you're talking to, kind of.
yeah, and they're on your team and you're calling them trash. You could be like cuss literally talking to a 7-year-old. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. He has a handful of people that he plays with all the time. They always are in the same little group. So I don't know.
Samuel does that, and Jarvis told me that Samuel is like a bully, calling people. I can't stand that. Like when people call me trash, it hurts my feelings.
Right? As naturally it should. Like.
Well, no, it doesn't hurt these snowflakes' feelings.
He literally had me play for him one time when he went to go smoke a cigarette. And, like, I was just running into the wall. They're like, Scott, what the heck? Are you having a stroke? Like, just yelling at him. And I'm like, it's me, guys. I'm his girlfriend. I don't know how to do this. Like, they're like, can you please get him to come back to the game? Like, come on. And I'm like, he's peeing or whatever he was doing in the backyard. And I'm like, sorry, but you died, like, twice.
Wow.
And they're like, we can't move on without you, bro. Why aren't you moving forward? And I'm like, effort, dude, I don't know. I don't know how to do this. He's like, yeah, just play for me. And I'm like, you don't really want me to do that. I can promise you that. Don't
Look, when the Orange Justice came out on Fortnite, I had been watching Charlie play Fortnite for like 2 years before I started playing, and I never wanted to play. And then all the kids started doing like what was it? The what's backpack boys? The floss. They started flossing, and then they started doing the orange justice. What?
I don't know what the crap you're talking about, but okay.
Samuel, come here.
Dora the Explorer?
Wait,
When you say
hold on.
backpack, I think Dora.
about to hold on. I'm about to. I need you to display the floss. The floss. Can you display the floss? Display the floss and the orange justice floss.
I'm looking at a picture of your mom and your eyelashes.
Wait.
Flossing kinds.
All right, now do the orange justice.
Flossing.
Orange justice.
I haven't done that.
Orange justice. I know I was trying to do it myself, and I'm like, oh, wait, it's been so long. I don't know how to do this no more. I forgot.
Yes, ma'am.
He did it though. Oh my god, dude, this video has been going on now for like an hour and 20 minutes. So
It's basically our regular conversation.
I know, right? So we're just gonna start doing them live now. Hey, whoever you are in the audience, subscribe. I don't I was thinking about this earlier. Like, I do not want to be that YouTube person that says like all those little phrases, and everybody knows what phrases I'm talking about. Because if I know what, if I like somebody and I feel like I want to give them money, I will sit there and I'll take out my phone and I'll play a game and let the whole commercial run. I won't even stop it midway through, because you get paid. If somebody sits there and watches the whole commercial, you get paid more. So if I really like what you're doing, I'm going to get my phone out and I'm going to play a game and let the whole, sometimes these commercials are 20 minutes long.
Like the ads, yeah.
Yes. And I'll let it play because I know that the creator's getting paid for that.
Yeah.
So
if they're invested, they totally should. It seems like it would be what you'd want to. At least I would.
Well, I don't. It's just the thermodynamics, man. The third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So I'm hoping that me paying it forward is actually going to pay it forward to me. Yeah. So am I selfish in that? Yeah. I don't give a shit. I've been poverty poor for all of my adult life. Well, except for that short time, brief span of being married.
Right. They literally learn in social work that divorce is the leading cause of poverty.
Well, I was poverty before I got married, and then
So, not being with someone and you have kids, it causes you not to be able to catch up.
it's hard, man. I didn't know how to be I didn't know how to adult at all. I've had to learn.
When I got divorced, I was like, now what? I don't even know how to do this.
I struggle. I struggle so hard with this.
I literally didn't know how to pay a bill.
That's waking up every morning uglier every day is hard.
Mm-hmm. I completely feel you on that.
My whole life, I've survived on being gorgeous.
Yeah, and pretty. Yes, pretty and
yeah. That's always gotten everything I needed in life.
Right.
And I don't care who's listening and's got something to say. It's what it is. What it is.
It's what it is. Yeah.
But I promise I'm 50 times smarter than I was pretty.
I know. I went from.
But it didn't matter. Being pretty. Before everybody turned gay, get up.
I literally went from my parents' house to Jess's house. Never tried to survive on my own.
Me neither. Because I could never do it. I didn't know how. My parents did not equip me with any of that knowledge.
Mine did not prepare me at all.
Mine didn't prepare me for any real life things.
Yes, I 100% agree. Absolutely.
And
luckily, my mom held my hand through it because I didn't know what the crap I was doing. I had no clue. I was just and now what do I do? Wait, it says this. Having her decipher delinquent stuff or things I didn't realize or understand. Like I have to say, my mom stepped up 110% after like when I was separated and divorced.
I'm thankful for that. I'm glad that she did that.
Like
That mine divorced me when I
that
divorced
happened,
him.
Because she definitely
Like-
came to my rescue when I did not know what the crap to do.
Like me and my ex-husband are just fine. We're great friends, but my parents still won't talk to me.
That's weird. And they're gonna regret that crap when they're.
No, they're not. That's what I have to be okay with. They're not regretting it. If they regretted it at all, they would have done something.
Seriously, Oli told me when we had our stake present, Sarah's dad, when we had that conversation with my mom, she was in a different place. He's like, you will never ever receive what you need from your mother ever. She's not capable of giving it to you, ever. There's something wrong with her. She's been traumatized. Something's happened to her. She is not ever going to. And evidently, over the years, somehow, she looked at it and changed it. So I gotta
You have to be smart. People are introspective. Now, both my mother and my father were tested, genius level testing. But my dad, I think he was lying because my dad is so narrow-minded that there's no way he can be a genius.
Right? But aren't geniuses prone though, to be autistic or not have social skills?
No, I'm talking about just being narrow-minded. And even if you're narrow-minded in general about anything, you're less intelligent than not narrow-minded people. Like you have to always look. Anything you think you know, there's just so much more knowledge on top of that. That's gonna blow our minds. And you have to be open to that. That's why religious people are just stupid.
They blindly follow. Yeah, they don't ask questions.
That's why Jesus calls them sheep. Sheep are not the smartest animal.
No, they're not. No. Seriously. But seriously, I find that to be totally true. People that's why I like Thoreau or Walden so much.
Oh my God, I hated reading Henry David Thoreau and when Walden. Oh my God, I had to do honors English. Because I was so stoned in high school trying to read it and then having to take tests that I wouldn't because I hadn't read it. It just turned me off. It turned me off of Shakespeare, which was stupid because Shakespeare was the penultimate, cryptographer in his poetry. But
for some reason, try to read, there's this one, I'll find it for you and send it to you. There's one basically about being in nature and questioning, basically it was teaching you to question everything.
I do.
But figure out on your own.
I do, and everybody else should too.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to believe me. I'm telling you to at least question me. Can you do that at least, guys?
Yeah.
Because McRibs, I'm going to say it out loud. McRibs are made from human children. They come out twice a year. I'm not going to insert this clip, but I want to insert the clip. I want to insert it. Where there's one of these old Rockefeller guys saying, well, yeah, we got, how many bodies did they say? They did 300,000, 400,000 children a year. And then we send them to the grinder, we cut them up, and some of them go into sausage. But McDonald's is the mainly place we send them.
As our main client.
Yeah. Okay, and so, and McRibs come out at the end of November, it takes a minute to process 300,000 kids, right? So, if you kill them on Halloween, which is which is only one notch down from when they come from the summer solstice, and the McRibs come out at the same time, right after the summer solstice, which is the other ritual that where tons of kids are sacrificed.
I know they're definitely probably kidnapped on Halloween.
So I know it hurts people's brain. People just because it's just Yeah, I get it. It's a hard thing to swallow.
heavy.
It's a hard
It's
thing to
super
understand.
heavy.
It's like not something that you want to believe is true.
It's hard
But-
to believe.
But
Yes,
as
totally.
long as we just keep on pretending. Okay, so
Yeah.
the
The
Teddy,
box
did your
of
dad not?
chocolate.
What? When did your dad stop raping you? Because why?
Because my mom said she's gonna start verbalizing.
Oh, so what? You were 2? Okay, so
No,
guys,
4, 5.
you started verbalizing at 2 or 3, Teddy.
I did, and I would start to pull on his pants, play the game. Young.
Okay, so
See,
look,
like,
what I'm just
so
trying
it
to
carried on a little bit longer.
look. Shit's real. Like people do things like the most watched porn genres on Pornhub and XNXX, and they're all gay and straight. It's illegal shit that they renamed stepdaughter, stepson.
Do you think these kids are really underage? And they
I think
publicly?
I have come across videos where
And not
there was
just
this
dressed
one
like
in particular that comes to mind. There was these 4 little Asian girls that couldn't have been. They were like 9, 10, and 11.
Oh,
and-
they were evidently
and
children.
they were
like, absolutely
crying.
children.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't speak English. It was obviously made in their country. I think it was probably like Thailand, and yeah, they were raped.
People go purposely to Thailand for children.
Yep, and there's videos of that where the kids. It's hard to watch. Anyway.
I hear there's a very big ring. Like people will, group together that like that shit and like totally give it to each other.
Yeah, they
Like,
do. They
seriously,
like the what do
it's
they have?
so messed
NAMBLA, the National Association for Men Who Love Men Who Love Boys.
Oh, that's so
NAMBLA,
fucked up.
National Association of Man Boy Love.
That's so messed up. Like that's a different level of messed up. Like
No, it's
I'm
not. It's
sorry,
the same
that's
level that we're
worse than hell.
like. Why do you think I was called boy?
Like seriously, even it says in the Bible, like God says, I know every hair on a child's head. Like if you hurt children, like dude, it's coming. You're getting it.
Dude, before we were born, though, I chose to get
Yes.
slaughtered by my dad.
We knew what we were up against, so another child didn't have to suffer.
But the
We
shitty
were
part
strong
is how
enough to
your
handle
your memory gets swiped when you get down here.
But we knew
Swipey,
we were strong enough to
swiper, quit
yeah.
swiping.
And you totally know that, like beforehand, exactly what you're up against. And know that you have the strength to do it. And that's why you meet certain people.
It's not certain, but everybody that you meet is there for.
It's on purpose.
Yeah.
Yes, that you either knew beforehand that they like, I'll stick with you and help you through it because it's gonna be long for both of
Well,
us.
I've never had any of those.
That's what I believe. I firmly believe that I meet people in my life at least.
I believe that too,
Help
but I
me
don't
through
feel
the
like
hard
none of them have ever been like, I'm gonna stick with you. I'm gonna stay with you forever.
You're talking to me right now, dude. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, you haven't yet, so.
I'm not. So, but I know, I firmly believe that you meet people that either have the same like situations or have some sort of benefit to help you through the really rough times.
Absolutely,
So that you
and
know
probably
how
you've
to
like
cope.
done a shit ton of lifetimes with them already.
Right?
I think me and Eddie really are literally like we're twin flames.
Twin flames.
Yeah.
100%. And like this was messed up is that you can't you're supposed to be with him.
No, well we got he's
Or
got.
do you think it was just for a time?
No, if you're twin flames, you're supposed to be together, but
Forever.
he's got to deal with his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like we're what the karma that we endure here. I mean, I personally, I have to believe that I had to have been a horrible son of a bitch in my previous life incarnations because of
Right.
all of what I'm dealing with now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's one reason like London asked me right before he started acting all weird and like forced like more forward with me.
Mm-hmm.
Because like she was like, would you get back with daddy? And I'm like, no, I thought you'd
My
even
kids
ask me
never
with daddy.
asked that question.
And she literally, I never would have expected it from her ever. Because she like has major issues. She's like, I mean, if he like wasn't the way he was to you before.
Wow.
That would take so much therapy, dude. On his
Oh
part.
man, my kids never asked me.
Like-
My kids don't even. My kids,
And I never expected it at all. I thought my kids were totally like happy about that. But evidently, you look super pretty, Lundy. Is your church
All right.
tomorrow?
look, Ted, I'm gonna cut this video off. I love you, and then I go to bed because I'm tired.
Okay.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye.